why the tank trap has such a fearsome reputation. Our first competitor in the biggest event. This is the big one. You're aware of that?
Yes, I am.
Have you done anything different to the Frog at all to prepare it for this event?
Yes, just waterproofing. I tried my best to waterproof it because we think that this event depends on two things: waterproofing and the winch. If both work right, there is a chance. Although this year it looks much more difficult.
Now, when you guys talk to each other, will it be in English, Arabic, or Hebrew?
I guess Hebrew.
Okay. Good luck. Go get them.
Thank you.
On your mark. Get set. Go. Barry Toledano, an attorney who had his Chevy 454 assembled by a Tel Aviv engine builder, has made a more than respectable showing. Coming all the way from Israel to compete in Top Truck Challenge, he's already won 3 categories outright: approach and departure angles, braking, and the tow test. He also managed a strong second in the hill climb. Rejoin Barry as he dives into the first hole of the tank trap.
Stop! Stop!
You all right?
You know,
Catch up with Barry and his co-driver as they go through the canyon and enter hole number 3. Barry clears hole 3 and now moves on toward the 4th mud hole. They head toward the 5th water hole. The problem, of course, not so much getting into this hole, but getting back out of it, as a huge rut exists on the left side of the water hole that just seems to suck the truck right down into it. Even if you see it, a lot of times you simply can't avoid it.
I think he's doing quite well. Good teamwork, good hard work. He's doing some very smart and capable work here. He's walking up to hook up his winch cable at 21 minutes and 30 seconds.
they've winched their way out of hole number 5. It was a time investment, but well worth it because that rut was really holding them up as they tried to get out of 5. They're now in hole number 6. Now, in times past, this would have been the 6th and final hole, but this year they've added a new one. Hole number 7 still awaits them. Jim Pyatt, it's not exactly normal to see the very first guy threaten to make it through.
Not at all, not at all. It's a very capable crew. They're working very well together. Very smart. And I've got to go up and hopefully, looks like they're hung up in our newly added water hole 7.
And they are running very, very close on time. Remember, they were at 26 minutes in the last hole, hole number 6. Now they're trying to get out of 7, and they're working with a 30-minute time limit. You were the first ones through, and that had to be a huge disadvantage, I would think.
It was. I believe that if we saw the tracks of other cars, vehicles, and we had a good idea of what is coming because we went into the dark, so it would have been a bit easier, if not much easier. But on the same, this is sport. I've never been first in other events, in other courses. This was my luck, and I'm happy all the same.
Your co-driver burned his finger, and you guys came that close.
I didn't expect to win, to come far away from Israel and swap and win it in a second. I was sure it would be difficult. It was difficult. It was very fun, and I enjoyed every minute, except for the last minute.
Our next victim has arrived, and he's a guy who's been here before. How many times have you got a chance to run this?
I'd say an easy 20 times, maybe a little more. We've been through it a lot.
It's a little bit different today.
Oh, it's a lot different. There's 2 more mud holes, and we usually go around the mud when we can run up this. Just, you know, we like the twisty sections and stuff like that, but no choice today. You got to go through them. So.
Are you concerned about that? Does that affect your strategy at all?
Not the strategy so much. We're just going to have to do some really good winching in it. We got real small tires compared, and the water's my biggest concern. You know, if for some reason the engine shuts off, we spent a lot of time trying to seal it up and testing it and everything, and it seemed to work great, but we're going to find out here in just a minute.
On your mark, get set, go.
Toby's Flatty has won no fewer than 4 events. He started out strong by winning the Ramp Travel Index, but his lightweight vehicle and small block Chevy caught up with him in the acceleration, braking, and tow test, where he dropped to an 8th and 2 9th place finishes. But when agility and maneuverability counted, the Flatty stepped up to the plate again, making a clean sweep by winning the hill climb, frame twister, and obstacle course. Toby now 3 wheels and scrapes his way along the canyon, headed toward hole number 3.
You guys are heat, we'll do whatever.
Heads toward hole 4. Is in hole number 5. The rut is right ahead of him. He slips just a touch to the left there and hits it. Let's see if they have to winch out.
No? Didn't hear it. Cable! Got cable!
Dad, you run it over?
Nope.
Bring it around, see what happens. When we get it back on the dirt, we'll deal with it there.
Alright.
Smart move by Toby Lavender and his co-driver. Now, we've seen some earlier disasters where teams have run over their own winch cables and lived to regret it, where it wrapped up around the wheel or the tire. Well, they don't want any of that kind of mess. They immediately backed out on dry land, decided to get it out the old-fashioned way, make sure it was straight before they retracted it and tried to use the winch cable again. This is the 7th and final hole. If you can get through this one, there is yet one more final obstacle on this year's course, and that is a huge 45-degree angle straight uphill to try to get to the top of the tank trap.
Pretty good, pretty good. Might get beat, but we're still doing good. That's all right.
Top Truck Challenge will continue after this word.